watching New Vision TV. I'm KAMIGIS, and here's a look at what's making news. Remember the girl who started having sex at the age of 6? Well, New Vision TV brings you the man of her life, KATABAZI, who, though HIV negative, knowingly dated and married Barbara KEMIGISA.
Before ARVs were made and rolled out in different parts of the world, many lives were lost to the HIV/AIDS pandemic. HIV/AIDS patients faced a lot of stigma in the community, and AIDS was referred to as a killer disease. Its signs were easily visible. What was worse, though, was having a relationship with an HIV patient. This was an abomination. Today, however, it is very possible, even though a few challenges and stigma still exist. 32-year-old Barbara KEMIGISA is living with HIV. She revealed to New Vision TV recently that she got the disease through sleeping with multiple partners, having started sex at the age of 6. Now a turned advocate, KEMIGISA is married to a man who is HIV negative. She says she disclosed her status to her husband while they were still dating and expected him to quit, but he didn't.
I expected him to react like every other man, because like no one wants to be with a positive person. And with my experience with working with different youth, going to different audiences, the first question is, do you ever hope to get married? Do you ever hope to get children? Will you ever tell your partner that you're HIV positive? You know? And then people are like, the moment you tell me, stops there. So, you know, I always had all those things in my head. So I expected him to be just like any other guy, disappear, and life goes on.
You know, it's not easy someone to tell you. I think it's not easy someone to tell you her status the first time. But for her, she was honest with me and faithful. So it encouraged me so much. That's why I also decided that I should go with her, because I knew, as she has told me the first time her status, she'll be able to protect me.
KATABAZI and Barbara KEMIGISA met at a local music and video library in Chisasi in Ntinda, a Kampala suburb. KATABAZI was the attendant, and KEMIGISA frequented the library because of her love for movies. Their relationship grew over the years, and the two walked down the aisle in 2015. Their union, however, was not a smooth sail.
Like, things were really happening. After 3 months, he proposed. So we were like, okay, Kali, tugende mass. Started from there. Within 1 year, we were married.
The HIV positive bride received a lot of rejection from the HIV negative groom's family, and very few relatives attended their wedding.
And then the next day after he had talked to the doctors, that's when he meets his uncle, and the uncle is like, how do you go to the market to get a rotten avocado when there are so many nice ones? He's like, okay, I'll still go with that one. So with whatever was happening at his home, and yet he stuck with me, that was more like, you know what, this guy is serious.
The way of life for discordant couples is indeed challenging, especially if the HIV positive partner does not take their medicine constantly. But for KEMIGISA, forgetting to take her antiretroviral drugs is never an option.
Those days, even if you had the chance to play with your medicine, this time I don't really have to play with my medicine, because I'm no longer taking medicine for myself. I also have to take medicine for him and for the children we are going to give birth to.
Me, myself, I don't see any challenge. I don't see any challenge because she takes her medicine very well, and the doctor has told us if she takes her medicine very well, everything is okay.
The couple is happily married with an HIV-negative baby boy. Research shows that HIV/AIDS is transmitted through exchange of fluids and blood with an infected person. So how have these two managed?
That we are supposed to use protection.
KEMIGISA has some advice for discordant couples.
Take your medicine even when you don't feel like. There is nothing that will keep an HIV positive person alive except medicine. Then know information, know what I need to eat, know the things that give you like stress and try to avoid them. Then if you feel like the environment you're living in, it's not really supportive or anything, try to understand your environment and look at how best can I survive.
We sampled out on a few Ugandans on what they would do if the person they call their partner disclosed to them that they were HIV positive.
I leave him. I go with my children.
I first take her for testing. We all go together, then we test. If she's positive, fine. We shall stop the love.
I will tell her I will sleep with the condom. We should use condom because I'm positive. I don't want her to give me that virus.
Just like KEMIGISA and KATABAZI, a discordant couple can thrive in an intimate relationship and have HIV-negative babies. So know your status now and remember, you are never forgotten. This report was compiled by Victoria Namtebi for New Vision TV.
Now, Luganda is among the 5 cross-border languages the African Union has identified for further development. Over 40 African linguists and language experts over the weekend converged at Speak Resort Munyonyo in Kampala for the harmonization of writing systems of Luganda, Ekinyarwanda, Kirundi, Kiswahili, Malagasy, and Somali vernacular cross-border languages. We have more. You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at Lake NABUGABO. Lake NABUGABO is a small freshwater lake in Uganda located in Masaka district. NABUGABO was formed as a result of sand dunes because of strong winds. Now this lake is separated from Lake Victoria by just a sandbar. Let's take a look.
High human population densities and a reliance on subsistence agriculture are reflected on the heavy dependency of the neighboring community on the lake's ecosystem. The poor agriculture practices have impacts on the water quality and food production. Now, Lake NABUGABO is a natural flowing water body in central Uganda close to Masaka town. It was separated from Lake Victoria about 5,000 years ago due to sand dunes that formed in strong winds. NABUGABO has sand beaches which are safe for swimming, sunbathing, sports games, to mention but a few. Lake NABUGABO also provides fish to locals living in Masaka, hence favoring fishing. More to see at Lake NABUGABO are donkeys, birds, and more of Uganda's gifted nature. Now, for more Pearl of Africa stories, visit our website, which is www.newvision.co.ug. Our newspaper, The Sunday Vision, is also another home of adventures, so grab your copy every Sunday for Pearl of Africa stories.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere on the go by visiting www.newvision.co.ug. I am Lynn Komjisha.